And meanwhile, Turkey, violent protests there have spread to 67 of Turkey's 81 provinces after a sit-in to protect a park in central Istanbul, but it spread a lot from there. It was brutally shot down by riot police last week. Calls for Prime Minister Erdogan's resignation have become the focal point of the unrest. Joining us now, who better than NBC's chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, just back from Istanbul and in New York. Richard, this is not really about a park. So what is going on here?
It was about a park for about 10 minutes. Then the riot police came in and they were quite aggressive with the protesters. And there was a lot of imagery of riot police spraying pepper spray into what looked like young people, students, people who were well dressed, not armed in any way, spraying it right into their faces. And it grew and grew and is now a protest movement against, and you're showing right now, the famous, it's called the woman in the red dress, and it is one that is spreading all over the internet in Turkey. This woman just holding her bag and being sprayed, with pepper spray. Now it is a protest movement against the prime minister himself. The protesters say he's too authoritarian. He's been in power for about 10 years. He doesn't consult generally with people. He makes his decisions. He's interested in big, grand projects. He wants to build bridges and he wants to build monuments to the state and is less concerned about the education system, is less concerned about the people. This is what the critics say. And they also say that he has an Islamic agenda that is slowly inching and creeping into a country that has been a secular democracy for the last 90 years or so. And some of these things are small. They're petty. Restrictions on alcohol sales that were recently just passed. Restrictions on smoking, where you can smoke and when you can smoke. Restrictions on even the kind of uniforms that stewardesses can wear on Turkish airline flights. All of these little things have started to add up into a lot of frustration. And people say the police are now using too much force. He has this Islamic agenda, and he's acting like an authoritarian leader. We'll see where this goes from here. But in this environment, clearly, after a few years of the Arab Spring, it clearly wasn't a good idea for the Turkish authorities to go in with that much force and break up a small demonstration on camera and spray these demonstrators with pepper spray.
Richard Engel. And, of course, Erdogan is such an important American ally for anything that happens next door in Syria. More on that to come. Richard, thank you.